I'm Dr. Larry Hirsch from Beit El in Israel, and you're watching Taped with Rabbi Doug.
We're gonna see Rabbi Doug. We're gonna see Rabbi Doug. We're gonna see Rabbi Doug on your TV tonight. But Daddy, I want to watch Monday Night Football.
Forget about Monday Night Football. There's no other thing we're going to watch on Monday but Rabbi Doug.
Yeah, Rabbi Doug on TV tonight. We're going to see Rabbi Doug. Oh, everybody talk about Doug.
Shalom and welcome to Taped with Rabbi Doug. We are here at Ida Crown Jewish Academy, 2828 West Pratt Boulevard in Chicago, Illinois, at the closing ceremonies as the school is about to close and move to Skokie into their new facility. And I am here with the longest standing current teacher at Ida Crown, Dave Newman. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So glad to be here with you today. Now, Dave not only was here when I went to the academy, he started while my father was already teaching in the academy at that time, before my father moved out of state. And he's still here teaching biology after all these years. Can you tell me, first of all, what is it that has kept you on at the academy? Most people either would have retired or moved on from this type of position here, which is only a half-day position in Ida Crown, yet you've stayed on for so many years.
As I've said many a time before, it's the students. The kids are great, and that's what's worth coming back year after year after year.
What do you think, is the reason that there's longevity in a school like the academy, which has tremendous costs, especially with the new building? I think they had to raise $20 million or something like that just to start the building.
Right.
And what do you think is the attraction to Ida Crown compared to other Jewish high schools in the Chicago area?
Every teacher that I've spoken with who's been a mainstay here has always agreed it's a family environment. It's like being living with family day in and day out, and that makes it very warm. It's a very nice feeling.
And I presume you've been through all the administrations from the beginning with Rabbi Rappaport, Zecher Livracha, until today, which with a few changes in between of administrators and principals. What do you think has been the mainstay that has caused the academy to grow in its Jewishness, in its educational abilities to instruct, and also in its academic excellence?
Again, I would go back to the kids. I mean, the administrators have been great all throughout the years, but when you have a student body who's so interested in the religious education plus their secular education, it's a win-win, and everyone benefits from having these kind of kids.
Very nice. Do you plan on staying on in the new building for a number of years?
For a few years.
We'll
We'll get the taste of it.
Well, my best to your wife and family, as I know them so well. And you should know that not only was David teaching here in Ida Crown when I went to Ida Crown, but we taught together for many years also.
That's right.
And it is a pleasure to have you on the show. Stay with us here at the Academy closing event at 2828 West Pratt. And as we look forward to the new Ida Crown Jewish Academy in Skokie, Illinois, stay with us here on Taped with Rabbi Doug.
We're very happy to see so many faces from the past and the present. First, I have a few thank yous. We'd like to thank Michelle Trubnick and Zvi Frankenthal for all the amazing food donation. Thank you to Adam Lennon, woohoo, from Popcorn Indiana. Thank you to Ramesh Soleimani of Couture Events for your expertise and beautiful decor. And I want to thank Jane Best, Wendy Margolin, Rachel Shandeloff, and a special thank you to Dave Zwelling for all your work and efforts. Each person in this room has a personal relationship with the Academy and feels connected to the history of this very building. The memories that took place between these walls and down these halls will remain with us long after we say goodbye to 2828 Pratt and relocate to our new building this winter. This room tonight is filled with multiple generations of graduates bonded together over love and commitment to the school and an appreciation for all it has provided us. While many of us are sad to say goodbye to this place that we called home for 48 years, I am confident that within the hearing the first school bell in our new building, it will begin to feel once again just like home, because home is not an actual structure, but the people within it. So many of us in this room feel a strong connection to the Academy and a sense of hakarat hatov for all the opportunities afforded us. Because of Ida Crown's policy never to turn away a child due to financial hardship, actual tuition and fees cover less than 75% of the school's budget. We need help from alumni like yourselves, or like ourselves, to bridge the gap. Your gift, no matter the size, sends an important message and allows today's Academy students to create their own lifelong memories. And also, Wendy Margolin is going to be out by the Beit Midrash, taping people if people want to give like Academy stories, or you have something that you think should be kept down into posterity. Please see her. I hope you all enjoy the evening. Take the time to reunite with old friends, make some new friends, and create some final memories within these halls. We look forward to celebrating with the community again on December 13th for the dedication of Ida Crown's new home in Skokie. I'd like to introduce Rabbi Matanki. All right.
Julie did a great job, but let me just ask some questions. I'm going to be loud. Who was the first Spanish teacher in this school, in this building? Mrs. Butts. Who was a brand new bio teacher in 1972? Mr. Newman. Who was, this is going to be a tough one, raise your hand if this is true, who was at the groundbreaking of this building? There's a couple of us old enough. Lonnie wasn't really old enough, but she was thought of at that point. By the way, I do want to point out I'm class of 76, and there are more of us here than any other class. The Academy is a great place. It is a great place because of great people who led the school, first and foremost for the first 12 years in this building, and for 35 years, our principal, Rabbi Rappaport Zatzal. We are also pleased that Rabbi Myers, who was principal of the school for over a decade, is here with us and continues to teach at the Academy. This is a great school because we grew up in this school. I've been principal of the school now for 20 years. It's hard to imagine, as someone said, the person who made all the trouble is now trying to make the rules. But we're doing it together. And what I want to do is just remember a couple of things and then let you get back to the enjoyment of the evening. First of all, this building with all of its memories created for us a community. And our new building at 8233 North Central Park will create another 2-3 generations of memories and beyond. And so I hope everyone will be able to join us December 13th, 10:30 in the morning, to celebrate the new Academy that continues the traditions that we grew up with, but takes it into the 21st century and beyond. The new Academy has promised to be able to offer us all sorts of wonderful things. The second thing, and just a thought, this morning's parasha, Vayishlach, found Yaakov scared. He was going to confront his brother Esav, and he didn't know what to do. And as a result, he prepared. And the way he prepared was with 3 different things to be able to confront Esav. There are 3 things we need from you. We need from you your friendship and your continued support. We need from you future freshmen. And we need from you also your funds. So just remember, the friends, the freshmen, and funds, that's what we need. We need your help. And the third thing, it is hard to imagine that in 2 months, we will be out of this building. In 2 months, this building is going to be turned over to Yeshivat Or Baruch, an elementary school currently located on Tui, and we're going to be moving. but the heart of the Academy is going to stay with us. And so even if you can't make it on the 13th, this is a personal invitation to every alum of the Academy going back to the class of 1946, the first graduating class of the Academy. Whenever you're in town, whenever you're available, give me a call. I'll give you a tour, not just of the facility, but of all of the wonderful things that take place in the Academy every single day, of the way our kids continue to learn, continue to grow, continue to thrive, continue to prepare themselves. Our new tagline of about 10 years ago as B'nai and B'not Torah in the modern world. We need you. We're thrilled to see you back with us here. We hope to see you again and again. Thank you all for coming. This is an extraordinary celebration. And again, thank you to George and Julie and Phyllis and Stu and especially Deva for making this evening happen. Shavua Tov, and enjoy the rest of the evening. By the way, there is a treasure hunt somewhere in this. Wait a second, this is like my life. David's telling me what to do. Yes?
No, go ahead. The hashtag.
Yes. For those who are taking pictures, please post them on Instagram. Hashtag goodbye 2828. No, goodbye Pratt. I don't know my rules. Hashtag goodbye Pratt. They'll end up on the screen. I'm going to introduce the band Rogers Park. And ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the rest of the evening. Eat all the food, please.
We're Rogers Park, and you're watching Taped with Rabbi Doug.
We are the Rogers Park Band. Hey guys.
This is Rabbi Joe Black, and you are watching Tape with Rabbi Doug.
This next song is called My Son from the River. It's written from the perspective of Moshe Rabbeinu's mother. The last thing she knew of him was how she put him in the Nile River. And then he went on and on to be Moshe Rabbeinu, to see the Jewish people out of Egypt. The greatest thing that a person can do for children or themselves is to trust. Moses' mom, she believed she did everything she could. And she said, I believe in you, Moses, that you can do what you can. This one's called My Son from the River.
Back here on Taped with Rabbi Doug, and here at the Academy closing ceremonies at 2828 West Pratt is my good friend here from Eretz Israel, Dr. Larry Hirsch. Welcome. You are a 1967 graduate?
Yes, sir.
1967 graduate. You had my dad for chemistry.
I had the Fox.
And you went to the school when it was on Melrose, right?
Yes.
Melrose. And so tell me now, here you are, and there's a lot of people here you know from not only the community living here for so many years before you went on Aliyah, but there's a lot of people you know here from your class and from high school. Does it amaze you to see that people have this connection and they show up to an event like this?
It's wonderful to see. It doesn't surprise me. Everybody still feels, we're friends after decades. I mean, we're talking 50 years almost for my class. It's a wonderful feeling. It's nice to be here. I mean, I have 3 siblings who graduated from this building. I visited this building many times for different events. And so in fact, one of my classmates had the keys to the gym, and till we made Aliyah in '89, for a goodly number of years, used to play basketball with them on Friday afternoon. So I feel a connection, a kesher to the academy, a kesher to the building too, and Melrose is special in my heart. But because I grew up there, but
still the Lakeview JCC still there in that building,
and Anshe Shalom is
and
still there.
Anshe Shalom right next door, right there. Yep, it's amazing.
I have fond memories of the academy. My wife, from this building, my wife graduated in '69. TI, the Teachers Institute, was in this building. She was a married woman with 4 kids in the '80s, and subsequently we had more kids in Israel, but we lived right down the street next to you on Pratt. She came here in the evenings with some of the same teachers I had, Rabbi Eisenberg for Nach and Ivrit, and she got herself a Bachelor's of Hebrew Letters, which helped her tremendously when we were in Israel. The Academy, what they've accomplished over the years is just a blessing of the Jewish people.
So let's go away from this for a minute, because here I have you from Eretz Yisrael in the middle of what's going on in Israel right now. You living on the West Bank, living in Beit El Bet, where you live, right in the heart of where a lot of people have been injured or hurt. What's your feeling of safety for your family living there right now while this new uprising of individual terrorism is going on in so many different places and way too often?
Well, yes, of course it strikes close to home. Just last week, a woman driving on the road that's outside Beit El, that runs just east from Beit El up towards Givat Asaf, which we call Somet HaT, the T crossroad. This road comes from Beit El, Psagot out this way, and this is Kvish Shishim. Everybody knows Route 60 in the Efrat Gush Etzion area, which has had many, many attacks. We've had years ago a family, a father and son, in 2 separate incidences were killed on that Kvish Shishim. Rabbi Meir Kahana's son was killed right there. We had just last week a woman was shot at. Terrorists shot at her on this section of the road, which 2 minutes she was from Beit El. My wife, always in Yerushalayim, the Givat HaTachmoshet area. I'll tell you a story. Givat HaTachmoshet is the Ammunition Hill. It's the north end of Yerushalayim, near
near where I went to Shiva Nor Sameach, walking distance, and I used to
near
go there
Hebrew U or Sameach, right
also.
there. That's been the site of many terrorist attacks, and I'll give you a story about a terrorist attack. The end of October, there was a fellow from South America, I believe his name is Shimon Gonta, sent an SMS to a buddy of mine, Rabbi Moshe Brody, who's an Olef from Baltimore. The SMS went like this: I'm leaving today back to South America to do Shrita. Why? He was a bus driver in Eretz Yisrael. In one of the attacks in Ammunition Hill, Givat HaTachmoshet, he came upon the terrorists stabbing somebody, started a fist fight, screamed. A guard came by. The guard didn't shoot him. Finally, a second guard came and shot the guy. In that fist fight, Shimon's right hand was injured. Shimon in Israel was an Egged bus driver. No, his left hand was broken, and he couldn't drive a bus one-handed. So about 10 days later, he was getting on a plane to South America to go and do Shrita. One-handed, I can do Shrita. He's at the Elad Junction waiting for a bus that he came from Beit El. He's at Elad Junction. It's north of the airport. He's going to get on a plane. Bus comes up. Everybody's screaming, jumping out of the bus. The bus driver jumps out. Terrorists, terrorists, terrorists. Shimon, the second time in a month, runs into the back of the bus, and there's the terrorist. Another fist fight. He throws the terrorist off the bus. The guy's running, and the last SMS he got from Shimon was that God didn't help me. God did everything. I didn't do anything. And I'm here, the terrorist is gone, I'm taking the next bus, and I'm going to do my Shrita job. This is the kind of spirit that God did everything. Well, that's the Hashmonaim. 5,000 against 100,000. Yehuda Maccabee's famous speech up in the north when he saved Ramat Gilad, the people I think of Ramat Gilad, was, it doesn't matter the numbers, God will save us, we do what we have to do, and the final score, that's up to God. The final score, it's Dallas Cowboys, America, Rome, Greece, they manipulate the final score. The Jew does what he needs to do, and that's Shimon Gunta, and that's Eretz Yisrael. We'll get it done. God will take care of the final score, but the final score is going to be the light of Hanukkah. Not only this Hanukkah, but Ad Yemot HaMashiach, we're going to win.
Very good. Great story. And I want to thank you so much for being on the show. Dr. Larry Hirsch, here at the Ida Crown Jewish Academy, 2828 West Pratt, closing ceremonies and event. Remember, if you want to send us an email or send Dr. Hirsch an email or anybody from the Academy, I'll be happy to forward it. The email address is info@tvrabbi.com. If you want to see our website and see former shows and see Dr. Hirsch on former shows, you can look at www.tvrabbi.com. I want to thank you for being on the show. I want to thank all of you for joining us. Join us at the new Ida Crown Jewish Academy on Central Park Avenue in Skokie for this great event, which will take place in December of 2015. You should have a safe trip back to Israel when you go back, and enjoy your stay here in Chicago, staying with your mother in Skokie, and give her my very best. Hope to see you next time right here on Taped with Rabbi Doug. Shalom, everyone.
Don't miss it. It's a great show.
This has been a Taped with Rabbi Doug production.